thank you for coming to Africa Gathering. So proud to have you.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Afroes.
Afroes Transformational Games is a social enterprise that I formed a couple of years ago with the goal to use gaming technology primarily, but also SMS technology, to be able to reach young African kids with cool messages of hope and possibility. I believe that the hope of Africa's future is in our children, and that if we're able to influence that space that is dominated by Western media, we should be able to actually shape that space. Because I in my research, and I'm a mother of children, so I see the time that they spend on popular culture, whether it's Facebook or social media or watching movies, and there just isn't content that is really promoting and celebrating Africa. So the idea of Afroes is to celebrate Africa on the one hand. Afro stands for African heroes and heroines. That's where the name came from.
That's excellent.
And the idea for us is to promote African heroes, African heroines from our history. It's so much our children and we ourselves as adults don't know. And therefore we constantly look, external to Africa. And I think that we can create a new generation of African leaders. And so I want to be part of that process of creating and shaping and influencing the mindset of our children. So we want to inspire choices, inspire conversations. I'm excited when I see children playing our games and beginning to have chats about child abuse and child protection and what kinds of things you can do. And I'm looking forward to many other possibilities like that.
Excellent.
The way that we're working right now is we have a business-to-business model. And so we go to either social development organizations or to corporations who are keen to reach young African children, whether in South Africa or anywhere else, in Kenya, across Africa. And through them we come up with a project and we build a campaign with the games and with other technology.
I've seen you work with the Nelson Mandela Foundation as well.
Yeah, that was our very first client. It was the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. And I targeted them specifically because their vision and mine are very much aligned. They're really trying to empower young people. And they have a wide reach, they've got a good brand, and they were very keen to build this campaign and were willing to test it. This is something it's niche, so it's not well tested. But they were willing to take a step out and say, if this will promote child participation, then we'll go for it. So we have a great partnership with the Nelson Mandela Children.
Excellent. Again, like I said, thank you for coming to Africa. What do you think about Africa Gathering today? What have you learned, and what do you think about the platform?
I think it's a great opportunity, because I think one of the most frustrating things about being an entrepreneur in this space, especially after being in the UN and being part of that huge network, is it can be a little bit lonely. You hear people talk about Omidia, you hear people talk about Ali Khan, you hear people talk about all kinds of people who are doing interesting things, and there's no common place where we can sit down and actually get to know who's doing what. And so Africa Gathering, for me, even though everybody's not here, I know that network is going to reach, and you've been dropping names and saying, I'll introduce you to so-and-so, I'll link you up with so-and-so, so I know that's going to happen now. We had very good presentations. I think that there was a great opportunity for us to interact with issues, a good conversation to have, and being at this iHub is really, really cool. I'm very proud of young Kenyans who are sort of making it happen. So I think if Africa Gathering can continue to gather momentum, you're coming to South Africa.
Yeah, we're coming to South Africa.
We're happy to try and identify some people, some speakers, and so on who we can bring out. I think it would really be a great opportunity. It's a great project, and I thank the Africa Progress panel who linked me up to you.
Indeed.
Because I just was speaking, and he said to me, "You've got to go to Africa Gathering." So I'm
Thank you so much. And I'm really honored when I see women like you in Africa doing a good thing. It always inspires me to see people like you. Again, thank you so much for coming to Africa Gathering, and we hope that you can find success within the platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Great. Thank you.